Well, for the past 20 years, the biggest and longest running sumo tournament in the United States has been right here in Southern California. After holding last year's event without fans, the U.S. Sumo Open returns this Saturday in Little Tokyo. Our Chris Hayre spent some time with a few of the competitors and the event's director to find out more about the sport.
Hidden in the back of a sports supply warehouse in Carson sits Yamamoto Sumo Dojo. Many of those inside are preparing for the upcoming U.S. Sumo Open, the longest running sumo tournament in the world outside of Japan. The event is run by Andrew Freund, who's been sharing his love of the sumo culture in the U.S. for over 20 years.
Sumo is a sport, martial art aspect of Japanese culture that's been around for about 2,000 years. The sumo is growing step by step over the last couple decades here. So we produced the first U.S. Sumo Open in 2001, and now it's 20 years later, and we have a much higher level of tournament, more athletes, and more fans. Sumo is relatively easy to understand for the novice. You either want to push your opponent out of the ring or knock your opponent down to the ground. So it's really easy to catch on to the basic rules, but there's a lot of subtlety that you learn over time in terms of how to win.
Everyone just think it's just two fat people fight inside the ring and they make it, but it's bigger more than this. It's history. Sumo is a really difficult sport. It depends about your mentality, your balance, your muscle. You use every muscle in your body to win.
It doesn't give you a moment to catch your breath and realize what you're doing. Everything's bang bang. It's a match can last 5 seconds or a minute, 2 minutes. I mean, there's nobody to help you here. It's you versus the person across from you.
The Galindos are among those who have been drawn to sumo, and both husband and wife took home gold in 2 divisions at the 2020 tournament.
How did you learn about sumo, and what made you want to get into it?
So I found it through YouTube. So I saw an old video, I think it was like the 2014 or 2015 Open, where Yama slammed Kelly. Since then, I kind of fell down the rabbit hole and found that they had a club here. It was just fascinating to me like this. I came from a football background, and it's just lineman drills all day, basically, so it's heaven for me.
It's been nice because, like, since he's the one that started it, he's the one that, like, was my inspiration to do it, and then actually both of us being able to win, it's just been really fun.
We're also really fortunate to have guys like Yama. Yama's the heaviest Japanese person ever, 2-time world champion. He's here as our coach as well. He's literally unique in this hemisphere in terms of his sumo success. He's a 2-time world champion. He's been doing sumo his entire life since he was a little kid. And so he brings this great Japanese cultural background and knowledge of the sport and competing at the highest levels in pro sumo. So it's a huge boost for our group here in LA.
まあうちに来れば強くなるでしょう。現に強くなってるし。
If guys come and train with me, Yama, they're going to get really strong.
Tell me about October 2nd. What can we expect at the U.S. Sumo Open?
いや、それはもう相撲ってこういう。
I want to show people this amazing sport, especially those who haven't seen it. And once they see it, they're definitely going to be hooked on it and want to watch it again. We're really proud to have done this for 21 years. We're returning, it's been a few years, to Little Tokyo, where we're going to hold this event as the groundbreaking first large-scale sports event ever in the brand new Terasaki Budokan. We're excited, and we hope people come out on October 2nd for our 21st annual U.S. Sumo Open.
Come out and enjoy it. I mean, it's a different culture, different sport that you're ever going to see.
See you October 2nd.
Oh, that's cool. I thought Chris Hayre was going to get in there and give it a try. Maybe next time.